And I want to see what's going on with this one. This one is woman realizes her own mom kidnapped her child. If we're watching this, I haven't pre-watched this, but if we're watching this, I want us to think about: does it matter that you are the grandparent? Like, is that something that entitles you to the presence of your child, to being able to have them, even to have their presence, even if someone says something before? I don't know if they do or not. If they says it before and they take it back, or something happens, and you just want to have that child around with you, it's your grandchild, sure. But what is the line, honestly? And I can't tell you that. I'm no expert. But let's find out if this video has anything to say about that. Y'all ready? I gotta keep my big old face in here for copyright reasons, so sucks to suck. It really do.
Everyone knows grandparents love their grandchildren a lot, but this granny took it
Okay,
to
so
the
there you
next
have
level when
captions.
she kidnapped her grandson
Oh,
from
this
her
isn't so
daughter's
bad.
house and
30
attacked
minutes.
her daughter's boyfriend in the process.
Hey, what's up? So, who got stabbed?
I'm gonna adjust the room, make it a little darker for
Do you have
cinematics.
anything to your neck or anything like
Man, I
that?
got bad
Boy,
muscle
wait.
spasms. I think they pulling my hair too. So, but most of the time I got cuts, so they cut me up.
Okay.
Definitely assaulted me.
And they kidnapped my kids.
And they took the child.
Okay.
Dang.
They say they're at West Florida Hospital with him.
Something like I guess. And then I got the guy there across the street. He was helping me trying to get the ladies off me. If you want to talk to him too.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
Are you mom to him, or what's your relationship to him?
That's my boyfriend, but my son, I'm mom to my son that they took with them kidnapped.
Okay.
So basically, her mother
Aesthetic
came
achieved.
over, right? And she was drunk. And I guess her son, which is my stepson, he unlocked the door. I was in my room. He just unlocked the door and let him in. They busted my house, literally. Started going crazy. She was drunk. She said, I'm drunk. So I was like, man, y'all need to get out of my house. You can't nobody just come in your house like that, barge in your house. So she barged in my house. And I was trying to move him back, push him off, get him out. I didn't hit him or nothing, because they ladies. So I just pushed him back and all that. The sister came around, grabbed my hair. The mama came around, and her daughter came around. All attacked me. They cut me up, pulled out my hair. They had a chunk of my hair. They yanked my hair out and everything. My neck is hurting. My neck got muscle spasms in it, literally, from them moving my head all the way around like that. Literally. Okay. They came in and basically assaulted me in my own home.
I was at work.
She was at work.
Okay. I'm the mom to the kid that's not here, that he picked him up from school and brought him here to the house that we all stay at. I don't know why my mom came here. I have not talked to her since Mother's Day. I told her I didn't want her to come here for Mother's Day because my mom has a drinking problem and she does drugs.
So you weren't here when this happened?
No.
No? Okay. How old is your kid?
6. I just want to put a kidnapping report. They say they took my kid to the ER to say that me and my boyfriend been abusing him, so the DCF can take him and all this crazy stuff.
Okay.
There's a lot more to this than we thought there was previously. Now, I do have a question. And of course, this will be on my mind as I'm going forward too. When it comes to family, we, especially in the black community for ourselves, I know that we speak a lot about family and these people being the one group of people you can rely on in some fashion or sense of the word. It seems they had a previous past with this grandmother here who has not been the best to the daughter or the kids or even to herself. Her health has been compromised multiple times. She's done drugs. She's been acting a little crazier. But then the fact come back in afterwards that she's still family. So how much would that affect you if this was your kid, or even like the kid of the person you are seeing and want to have a long-term relationship with yourself? If they come in and want to see that kid, take that kid, you don't know how long your partner's been talking to that parent. It seems like they haven't for a while, and you know a little bit about that. If you were, let's say, the guy in the situation here, how much does it matter to you that she's still family at the end of the day? Do you think that's going to be something they bring up to you? And does that change your mind at all? Maybe, we can negotiate, see a little bit of time here, like 5 minutes or something. You can hang out with the child. I don't, to me personally, it doesn't change anything. But I'm curious to know what people are thinking, because I know that you have to set boundaries at some point, right? And it seems like that the daughter here might have done that already, and she hadn't talked to her in quite some time. Maybe she already set those boundaries. Make sure you set that distance between the two of them. And for her to just come in here and believe that she was entitled to seeing and taking this child of theirs, a 6-year-old even, who probably still remembers them at some point, It's to some extent, like a little bit maybe. Maybe they realize it's one of those situations where like, I used to change you when you were little, and then like, they just roll with it because I mean that's the dad seems to the father figure over here seems to recognize her. So what wrong could come? Does the family aspect of it change how you would interact with her? And does it come back in any way to make you want to like lessen any potential kidnapping charges? Would you go as far as the mother did here and put out like an APB or something, or like even get ready to call an Amber Alert for your kid when this is somebody that's related to you by blood? Does it matter to you? And I'm curious to hear what you say in the comments, because I'm curious to see if there's more to it that like would change your mind afterwards if we hear more about the background here.
Okay.
And he was actually helping me too. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but he was actually there helping me get the ladies off me.
Okay. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna step back over there.
Are you the biological mom to the kid? Do you have full custody here?
His dad passed when he was 5 months.
Okay. Your mom doesn't have a custody plan or anything like that?
No, and I actually called the police on her about 2 years ago because
Good God.
she did the same thing.
Are those cicadas in the background?
I try to still have a relationship with my mom because she was my mother,
Yeah,
but
understandable.
she has a problem, and
What's your mom's first name?
her first name is Mildred.
Oh God.
Mildred.
Oh, not a Mildred.
Slow down a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Slow down.
I know. My bad. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
a couple Mildreds and
Busting your
they're
house.
all
Yeah, so let me
So
start
who
off.
lets him in? Who
very
lets him in?
hard-headed.
The boy?
Because he thought it was his mama. He don't have no neighbors or nobody coming to our house. So, and then his mom do be like, hey, open the door. You know what I mean? Hey, Rayshawn, open the door. So he thought it was.
What's his name?
His name Rayshawn.
What vehicle did they get?
It was
they
in a
in?
Ford. It was in a red Ford. Hey, man. It was in a red Ford, right? It was like a Ford. The car. Yeah, like maroon. Yeah, it's kind of like maroon color. Yeah, it's like Ford. It's a maroon Ford. Yeah, it got
Maroon Ford. You know
Yeah.
what kind of Ford?
Like a sedan photo, like a sedan, just a regular sedan photo.
You
Okay.
don't want to pursue charges.
That's about all we get out of people when they do for like Amber Alerts. Red sedan, maroon sedan, license plate.
No, her mom, her sister, and the youngest daughter. They all attacked me.
The woman clearly didn't have a very good relationship with her mom.
I do not know what made her come to my house. This is the first time she has been to my house in like a year to just do this. I don't know. I really don't.
Okay.
I've seen her. I went to her house in Alabama. We have been good. We have been communicating. We have been talking. I think my mom is drunk and irate today. And I don't know why she came here and did that. She asked him, could my son go with her? And he told her no because she hasn't talked to me. Because I have not talked to her.
Okay.
And I always tell him, don't let my son go with just, anybody unless they talk to me. So he said, no, you haven't talked to her. I'm not going to let him go. And that's what made her mad. She was like, that's my grandkid. You can't tell me my grandkid can't go with me. Is there any way y'all can get her to get my son back? She just took him. I don't know where she's at with him. She's drunk.
Yeah, literally.
She's drunk driving with him. She's had multiple DUIs before. That's why I don't never want him to be with her. She kidnapped my child. My child was at school. He picked him up from aftercare, and when they got into the altercation, she took my kid. She's had multiple DUIs.
And this
Where
is
did she live? Or where could she be?
Jesus Christ. This is really a tough situation to see, for real. I mean, there's no, in my mind at least, there's no reconciling with this just because she happens to be family in the situation. I think, yeah, it's as that officer has alluded to here, this is now a situation of kidnapping. I would assume that first you have to have like a restriction of mobility for a person to be kidnapped, at least for the imprisonment portion of that. This is against their will, more than likely. You could argue, I mean, she could try to argue maybe because the kid actually went inside the vehicle, even though he was like being yelled at or distressed and kind of duressed into getting to that situation, that this must have been their kind of free will exercise to go over there. And I highly doubt that would stick with any situation like this. But still, this is again where I brought up the idea of family, because we kind of predicted this, right? We kind of thought this was going to happen, that this has something to do with she tried to use her placement in the family as the grandmother to assert this control over the child and the situation. And you have to wonder what's going through her mind. One, she's drunk, she's irate. She already drove over there, first off. She's drunk driving there. She's drunk right around with the kid as well. So now both people are in danger, and everybody else on the road who's there around her also in danger. But what goes on in her head at this point that makes her think that it has to be the grandchild? Do you think it's more of a play for getting control of the daughter, or some type of control over the mind of the grandchild so that she doesn't leave it, that she's needed to survive in the situation? Is it just like a coming from a deep sense of loneliness in general, so she's doing this out of like the longing she had for that family connection in some way, and it's about her, it's not about the daughter or about the grandchild at this point? Is it all of them at the same time? I mean, this is something that I think would need to be unpacked. But the only person that we could really get more of this information out of is the drunk driving criminal lady who now has kidnapped the child. And so, what do you expect them to do aside from getting her vehicle information where she could possibly go, and then like being able to send out something to find her? I mean, what is realistically your chances here, and does that affect any future family dynamics you could have? You know, not with her in general, but like how you view your family around you now, since someone that important to it, like the grandparent, has done something like this. How is your 6-year-old now going to view your family? How are you going to view your family, your extended family, your immediate family, everybody else around there? Just how much does this one thing affect so many people in a way that they can't recover from, at least easily, right? If I was this 6-year-old, I know that at some point someone's going to tell me I need to go to therapy because of a situation like this. This is a traumatic incident for sure. And did she care about that? Did the grandmother care about that at all? And this is the stuff that runs through my mind as I'm looking at this. I'm just wondering. And what are your thoughts?
Evergreen,
You know,
Alabama.
she drove all the way from Alabama for this thing.
How far is that?
About an hour, 30 minutes away.
She said mom lives in Evergreen, Alabama. She thinks she's going back there.
Oh, this is going to be lovely.
She said baby daddy's dead and that mom has no custody.
Her mother.
Her mother has no custody of what she's
And
claiming.
that's the suspect, right? Her mother.
Yes.
Yeah, Mildred.
And 2 others, right? Other unknown.
Okay.
But that's how this all started, which they completely left out.
I can come and pick up my child. I'm not trying to come to Nuke House after her and Rod just came over here and jumped on Jawan and all that, and y'all done kidnapped Rayshawn.
Some crazy spellings.
Mama, can you please just drop Rayshawn off?
Oh
I
no,
don't
she's
even have
answering the
nothing
phone
else. You
too.
sound
How much you want to
drunk.
bet? How much you want to bet she's not answering that safely either?
Y'all hear
I
that?
mean, come on.
Yeah. She's drunk. She's slurring. You hear it in her voice. That's how she talking.
This time, the officer made contact with the granny, and they were soon able to arrest all the suspects involved in the kidnapping.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this missing kid. Can you fill me in?
No, it's no missing kid, sir.
Okay.
It's no missing kid or nothing like that. I'm his grandmother.
I mean, because she knows she has the kid. He's not missing. He's with her.
Kid, so we need to know where the kid is. Where are you at?
In Pensacola, Florida.
Where specifically?
We can meet you at a corner store, the farmer's market on Davis. If I'm not
Why?
Is that where you're at?
mistaken. We can meet you there.
Well, no, we need to know where you're at right now. You do not need to move any further.
On Davis Highway.
Is that where you're currently at?
Yes.
Okay. I need to stay on the phone with you until the Escambia County Sheriff's Deputy can make contact with you. The farmer's market on Davis Highway.
So what do I need to do about my behalf?
Well, you can tell the Escambia County deputies when you get out there what's going on, but y'all, as of right now, y'all have this kid that doesn't belong to y'all. We need to have a deputy do a welfare check.
I got a question. So if your kid was getting abused, what would you do? Just let him sit at your other woman's house getting abused by a man that
At
you
your
don't like?
other
I would call
woman's
DCF
house
or
is
call the
crazy.
police.
Just think outside of your job, though.
Do y'all have any weapons with you?
No, we don't have any weapons, but I did get my ass beat by a man, and I got the picture.
Okay, and you're currently at the farmer's market, correct?
Yes, sir. Now, what's next?
Okay, y'all just stay on the phone with me. We're going to have deputies go out there and
Now,
make
what did
contact.
y'all do about Jawan?
About the kid?
About the man that put his hands on me?
Well, we'll handle that portion of the investigation over here.
Walking in on him putting his hands on my grandson. Physically. Quartering him in the corner.
What?
Like some
Quartering
type of
him in the
slave. We not in back in the day.
Oh
What kind of car
no.
are y'all in?
It's a red car.
Who all is with you?
It's just me and my grandson.
He was like saying like he done had Rayshawn in the corner, he can't go nowhere and all this and that. I said, you done had him in the corner all day? And he was like, yeah, whatever. This my house, I run there. And I was like, no problem. I said, I'm just bringing him back. You know what I'm saying? Then he got going on talking about you can get out my house and all that. I was like, hey, wait a minute. I know my daughter probably pay some here too, but I'll leave y'all home though. You know what I'm saying? Then he got going, he pushed me out the house, and I'm like, hey, I'm finna leave, man. You know what I'm saying? So I had to protect myself. You feel what I'm saying?
Wait, okay. Slight confusion here. I thought the person that was talking on the phone there with the cop is a separate person than her because she sounded different on the phone, at least in my opinion, because she was, like, her voice is a little lower, and I thought she was slurring her words more clearly when she was talking with her daughter a second ago. Did she, like, clean it up for the other officer when she was talking to her? Because it was all the same yellow coloring. Maybe they made a mistake. I don't know. But it sounded like they had, like, 2 other people in there with them. And then the girl that was there was the one that was, like, translating for her, kind of just talking as her proxy to the officer, and said that you can meet us at the corner store or the farmer's market, you know? I thought that was what was going on. But, like, the way she's saying it seems like it was all her. And regardless, the way they're describing it sounds like they were trying to go in there, get the kid, and he was protecting the kid by, like, walling off the area between them. And he's like, hey, get out the corner, that's my grandson. And then scuffle ensues. They walk into his house, all right? So that's one thing you gotta consider. They went to his house. Regardless of what the granddaughter or the daughter does there, or pays or whatnot, this is not their property, their specific property. The grandmother now has no claim to that property because her daughter has some hand in there. It doesn't transfer like that. That's not really how that works. So, I mean, it's a great story to tell, and it does show her point of view in the situation if this is anything that indicates why she did what she did, but no.
So going out their house, you feel what I'm saying? That's why I got these scars on me. And I left. And I took my grandson with me when I left because I was dropping him off with me. Yes. When I left, I was dropping Rayshawn off to him. But when he got to going on like that or whatever and stuff like that, I just took my grandson with me, man.
All right,
Fear
keep going.
for Rayshawn, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, not bad. I'm not resisting.
It's just pending investigation. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Do me a favor right here. Can you spread your feet for me?
Yes, ma'am.
You can face the other way.
Okay.
If you don't.
Spread my feet, you said?
Like that.
Yeah.
And you can spread your feet.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on you in your
No,
bra
ma'am.
or anything
No,
like
ma'am.
that?
I don't.
That door sound made me sound like someone got shot for a second. I don't know. All right, Mildred. All right, let's continue on.
Mildred, Yolanda, and Ocean were brought in for an interview, but the thing is,
Mildred,
their
Yolanda, and
stories
Ocean.
had discrepancies which weren't going to work in their favor.
Right.
Real fast, what is your name?
Mildred.
Tell me what happened. What's going on?
I came from Evergreen and to see my children, you know what I'm saying? And I stopped through because Rayshawn is my only grandson. You know what I'm saying? I picked him up. Everything was good. I was dropping him off and everything. And I said, can I use the bathroom? He was like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. You know? And, like, when I went to the bathroom, and my sister and them came in, Yolanda and her daughter, they came in. And I don't know what conspired because I was in there using the bathroom. Because I asked him, can I use the bathroom? I'm dropping Rayshawn off. Can I use the bathroom? He said, yes. So I don't know what conspired or whatever happened or whatever. When I came out the bathroom, everything was like, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, what's going on?
I don't know what you're saying.
Trying to push me out of the house. I was like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Or whatnot or whatever. So I was like, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because we've already had stuff prior, you know what I'm saying? I broke my ankle or whatever and stuff, but I still accept him because my daughter loved him. You feel what I'm saying? You can't help who you love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What is your name?
Yolanda.
So kind of give me a rundown of...
No, hold on. Hold on. What? What happened? I didn't get that. Okay. All right. All I got out of that was, hey, I stole the child earlier. I was returning the child. even though, of course, nothing was discussed prior about taking that child anyway or picking him up from his after school or anything like that. She took the child, and then she was returning the child, went to the bathroom, came out, saw a commotion happening, and then somehow ended up driving the child away again with Yolanda and Ocean, and then you know what I'm saying. You know that you know what I'm saying. That's all I got.
What happened?
Let's say what
and
Yolanda
why
says
we are
happens.
here now.
Okay, my sister come in town. We go over to Pace to meet with my mother-in-law and my grandson. She was supposed to go see her grandson also. I don't think the daughter was off. I know for sure she wasn't off work, but we're ready to come back to Pensacola. So we stopped by to see the grandbaby. Okay, so I'm sitting in the car. Her and
Are they
went
both
in
the grandmother?
to make out, and I was like, "How do I use the bathroom?" She was like, "I just use the bathroom." So we have history, but I'm thinking things are fine. I asked, "Can I use the restroom?" He let me in. Okay, so while I'm using the restroom, I hear him saying something to my daughter, so I come out. I say, well, it's no problem, I can go. You could have just said no, you know what I mean? Because I don't care, you know what I'm saying? So I come out the door. There was a bunch, he said, y'all coming by here like everything okay? He's ranting. So I'm telling my sister, let's go, let's just go. I don't want to be involved. So she didn't leave. Well, she was just trying to see about her grandson. So I walked off because I swear I don't want nothing to do with it. I walk off.
According to Mildred, all three of them were already with the kid, and the altercation happened when they stopped to drop him off. But that wasn't what Yolanda and Ocean were going to say.
So, just to make sure I've got everything right, how do you spell your first name?
Ocean, like the water.
So, give me a rundown of what's happened this evening up until why we ended up here.
My auntie came in town. We went to Milton to see her baby father first. Then we went to her daughter's house, and in the midst of us going to her daughter's house, her daughter wasn't at home, but her grandson and her daughter's boyfriend was there, which is my auntie Mildred. It was me, my mama, and my auntie. So me and my auntie went in the house or whatever, and when we went in the house...
And auntie, that's Mildred?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Rayshawn was like shook up, and she was like, Rayshawn, what's wrong? And the boy was like, which is Juwan, he was like, he in trouble and for getting in school. So she was talking to Rayshawn and was like, basically, don't let nobody get you in trouble in school. Your stepdaddy not telling you nothing wrong. I can't go over what Juwan say, because at the end of the day, this your stepdaddy. I'm not here with you. You got a mama. Just ignore them from getting in trouble at school so you can come home and be free. So after that, my auntie used the restroom, and I actually used my auntie used the bathroom first, then I used the bathroom. But he really didn't want me to use. He really didn't want to let me use the bathroom. But mind you, I already knew that because him and my mama had an incident before, like in the past. So,
What does that have to do with you using the bathroom?
So I went to use the bathroom. So my mama, when we pulled up, my mama was like, she wasn't gonna go in because, like I said, they had an incident before, and he disrespectful. So when my mom went in, I asked him for her first. I was like, my mama finna come in and use the bathroom, and that's fine. So when she came in, she was like, I can use the bathroom. She was like, yeah, but y'all coming in here like everything cool. Y'all know I don't fuck with y'all. So I was like, Mom, just hurry up. Don't nothing gotta be said. So when he came out of the bathroom, I guess he was still going. And my mom was like, I just used the bathroom, but I'm finna go to one. I was like, I apologize. You didn't have to let me in here. So that's when he was like, get the fuck out my house, get the fuck out my house, and all this. And I was like, June, you doing all that to your old lady auntie? Like, that don't make sense. You should never let us in here at this point. If you knew she wasn't here and you knew you don't like her mom with her auntie, why would you let us in here? So that's when he was like, he finna call the police on us because we trespassing and all this and that. He said that like 2-3 times. So my auntie, he walked out there by the car, and that's when my auntie had got out the car, and she was like, I brought my sister here. You feel me? I didn't think it was that much tension not to necessarily bring her here. So he was like, I don't give a get the fuck away from my house. Santa Rosa police don't play and all this and that. So he grabbed Rayshawn, like he snatched him up and was gonna take him in the house. So my auntie was like, what you grabbing on him like that for? Just let him go with me. His mama can come get him. So in the midst of her walking in the house behind, he like slammed the door, like shut the door on her face.
And that's where she done messed up, right? I mean, at this point, you have returned the child to their residence there. They have They've lost that custody there of that child, which they weren't supposed to have in the first place now. But they gave him over to Rayshawn, and now he's back home where he rightfully belong. Whether that's a healthy home at the moment is to be decided. But the issue is now they're causing a separate problem for themselves, right? Now they're no longer invited to Rayshawn's abode, or Jawan's abode at this point, because that's who's there. He did allow somebody to go use the bathroom there. He gave him a very limited. This is what you call like a limited licensure of use there, like a specific purpose. They're allowed to go in there for, right? Nothing else is already afforded to them because they're allowed to use the bathroom. It seems like, from what she's saying there, a little bit like they kind of gave each other a permission to go inside the bathroom. Afterwards, he's just like, the Mildred is like, I use the bathroom. My sister can come. Yolanda, that's her name, right? Yolanda can come and use the bathroom too. And then like, Ocean asked her, "Can I go use the bathroom?" He's like, "Yeah, let's go use the bathroom." And then it doesn't seem like they asked him necessarily. Then they all walk in there. He's like, "Okay, but y'all all are walking in here like you live here somehow." And then I don't want you here. Why are you all just walking through here and doing things like you belong here? And then they start arguing about this because they've had prior altercations and incidents. Of course, they don't like each other. Sure. Not exactly sure it relates to Ocean herself in the way she's telling it, but I'm inclined to believe her story of the most of the others. It seemed more plausible, more reasonable in the way she was saying things, the way she described it. But she's as biased as everybody else here too. So there's of course the truth in the middle somewhere there. From what we've heard from Jawan, it just seemed like they wanted to take the child with them regardless. After they got them to the area, and it seems like he tried to take the child inside, as keep him safe until his mama comes home. This is what they do. They live there. They're gonna continue habitating, living with each other there, and then the grandmother at this point no longer has the ability to be like, "Oh no, hold on, I'll take that kid. You tell the mama to come talk to me." That's not her right, and that is not something that Yolanda or Ocean needs to back her up on, because they're all now in the wrong here. So when he closes the door in her face, it seems like he already has Rayshawn with him. Jawan's in the house with Rayshawn. It's over now. I don't know how she gets in there and she happens to get Rayshawn. I doubt it's gonna be technically legal at that point. At the very least, at that point, yet I'm messed up. But I want to see how she does this. It seems like this is closer to what happened.
Reached out to grab her hair.
I do what I can to break them up. After we break them up, he's at the car trying to get the grandson. The grandson is running to the car. The child has fear in his eye. I mean, we're looking at
okay.
our house.
All right, hold on.
But it's something has to be done. It's been going on for years. So that's basically what happened.
Okay.
And then I didn't want to go for questions because I'm like, she's already mad at us. I don't want her mad at me. That's between her and her mom and them. You know what I mean? I just didn't want anything to do with it, but I can speak the truth.
So they didn't ask questions. They're gonna back up Mildred. Understandable.
And my auntie walked out there by the car, and he pushed my mama out the way because Rayshawn he was in the back seat while they was tussling, and I was up there.
So
with
he ran back in.
my auntie, and I was like, just let her go. So Rayshawn and my mama walking back down there. Rayshawn get out of the car. So Rayshawn, he like Jawan. And I'm like, you hearing from the like, just stop.
Their side of the story pretty much paints them as the saviors of the kid, but the detective doesn't believe it.
You and Ocean go back to the car.
So why would Rashawn be claiming or calling out for Jawan then repeatedly? If now he's running with fear in his eyes, fear for his life, if anything else, to the grandma's car, why would he then get out again and be like, Jawan, and then try to go back to Jawan? It seems like he doesn't want to go into that car. It's like leaving out one of those small details in there that like can hint that there's something going on in there, and I'm glad they picked up on it. Well, I don't know if they did, but I would have picked up on that real quick.
He's saying he's calling the police, and I'm telling Diane it was a light-skinned guy that was there. It was a neighbor or something. And I'm asking, I'm like, would you please call the police?
There was a second guy there.
Because he's saying he's calling. I don't know if he's calling, and I want somebody to call. So I'm looking at him like, would you please call the police? He just... So I won't go. And then I heard the little boy saying, "Don't hit my granny, don't hit my granny."
He comes to the window, like, banging on the window, trying to pull Rayshawn out the car by his shirt. And I'm like, Juwan, that's a baby. Just get away from the car. Let him out the car. Just stop. Stop doing that in front of him. So, that's
Stop
what
doing
he
that in
told
front
to
of him when
say.
he was doing it to him.
Oh, I'm going to beat your ass if you don't get out this car and all this. So he was like, so that's when my mom was like, just call his mama. So my mama stopped. Like, she stepped back away from the car and she was like, just call his mama. She told my auntie, just call his mama. But she's so in her head and her feelings to where she just want to take him away from him because she felt like if he went back in there, that the boy probably would have took it out on him.
And now Mildred
Like,
goes
yes,
in
they
there.
he already be putting his hands on him and stuff like that. So after that, that's when we got in the car. And Rayshawn was like, I don't want to go back or something, so we left. My auntie still crying. We went across the street to the store.
Obviously, y'all never made it to West Florida. So what?
In the process of going to West Florida, when she was taking me to drop my grandson off, the officer called her phone.
Okay.
And so they were going to meet him at the farmer's market, and she was going to go on to Alabama. So once the kids took him to meet him at the Dollar General, she was going to go on. But, you know, we couldn't, you know, because you got to see about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rayshawn mama text. My auntie was like, if Rayshawn not back in 15 minutes, it's going to be hell and all this and that. So I'm going to jail, bitch, and all
So
this and
Rayshawn's
that.
mama
auntie
texts
told her,
you.
like, he beating on you.
And you don't think that has something to do with what you got to do now?
But like I said, it's deeper than what I know too. Maybe her and her daughter was getting into it and she wasn't supposed to pull up out there. But it was just a respect thing. Honestly, you should never let us in, bro. But I ain't even share words with him. It wasn't even no tension. Like when me and my auntie was standing there talking to the baby, he was agreeing with what she was saying about the school situation. Like they ain't get into it. They wasn't arguing. When he hopped out when she got out the car and was like, you feel me, I apologize for bringing her out here. That's when he just kept going, oh, I don't fuck with y'all. I don't care. Like he was just trying to make that a point. But you should never let us in your house. If we was that much of a harassment, you told us 3-4 times that you was gonna call the police. You should have called the police.
But when it comes to my grandson, and he's in fear, and he get in the car with me, and I don't ask no questions, and he just tell me stuff, I feel some type of way.
Well, what did he tell you?
And that's my grandson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's telling me or whatever and stuff like, and I'm like, well, if he ever did anything to you, no ma'am. He do something to your mama. He always jump on my mama, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Son, we can't control that. As long as he don't do nothing to you. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm dropping him off proper, decent.
And
know
so
what
you
I'm
take
saying?
him, so now he might get himself in trouble.
And that was it. And things went just...
Definitely.
According to Yolanda, the parents were not treating Rayshawn well, and there were signs of abuse that they could no longer ignore, so they wanted to take him to the hospital for a checkup.
But that's the thing, though. Signs of abuse they could not ignore, and yet he said that he's never done anything to him. So what signs of abuse on him were you seeing that you couldn't ignore if he's saying, no, nothing happens to me? He could be saying it happens to mama, but that's not him. You can't use him as the evidence for something happening to mama who's, 1, at work, 2, not there, which is, essentially the same thing as 1. But 3, not able to show signs of any type of abuse that you can take to the hospital for that. But I guess in case there's something happening that you aren't getting out of him directly, I can see why she would want to do that. However, it doesn't seem like he was on board with that at the moment. The thing that they repeated so far was they didn't ask any questions. When you're not asking questions and kids say things as kids say things, you can act on that, sure. But there has to be, if you want any further action to be done on it, outside of just what you're thinking, right? You gotta have more to bring to a situation. If you're going to the hospital and you want to report something of abuse, you gotta have more to bring to a situation, just a word that was said, right? They gotta conduct their own investigation. You are either no longer part of it at that point, or you can point out that there's been like a mark on the kid that he can't explain with what he's said so far, and it's not realistic or whatever else, and they can investigate that. She hasn't given anything like that. She is not very good at the words, so I can kind of forgive that in a way, or understand that. Cannot use it as an excuse for what she's done. Her inability to articulate. Much like myself, I gotta hiccup, and I've been pushing it down every time it's coming up. That's what those spaces are for. Anyway, her inability to articulate is not going to be an excuse for what she has done. When you can see the action she's taken, and one, the fact that you know that the daughter, who is this child's mother, is against what you're doing, outright, explicitly, no questions asked, and then this person here that you're taking back home to, the father, is also no longer wanting you there and does not want you there in general. I don't think your actions have as much backing as you're acting like they do in the situation. The only thing that's left is just the feelings here, and it was just a matter of her own pride and respect in the situation that she can now assert herself as a person that can take care of this grandson in one way or another, and she doesn't want to ask any more questions. She wants to put herself in that role, because that's what a grandma would do, protect their kid, protect their grandson. He's important. But was she in the right? And that's a separate question. That's what they're here to figure out. Was this reasonable? Was it rational, etc.? And from what we can see so far, it's looking like not really. But I want to see where this goes, because we have some time to talk about
it. As a family, we trying to stick it out. You have to wait on them to make that move. You know what I'm saying?
She knows you gotta wait.
Now you gotta kick in. And if the child is being involved, a child is involved. And you can just look at the little bit. His eyes are sunken in. His hands. He's abused.
And what'd y'all go and do?
Eyes being sunken in, huh?
We went to the park because she went and got her grandson. We went to the park. We hung out a little bit. I take him to McDonald's, got him something to eat because he liked chicken nuggets. We used to call him. So he liked chicken nuggets. I took him there. And then we was headed back. And that was it. And I don't know, well, you know what I'm saying? It conspired it.
All of us went in to use the restroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was outside after I come out.
Okay,
right.
so
They're like taking turns from the car, going back and forth.
She used it
Then I used it.
Then you did. Okay.
Right.
And then
I think my daughter did too. I'm not sure.
Okay. And is that Ocean?
Yes.
Okay.
My mama done got into it with the boy. The boy done threw food at me before. Like my auntie done had to go to the rescue plenty of times to save her daughter from him. So I guess she felt like she had the right. But I don't know. Rashawn was telling his grandma to calm down. It was just too much. I just wish she would never let us in there. And I had to tell my mom at the start, I said, Mom, I just got a bad feeling about us going over here. I don't know why, but I just got a bad feeling. And Mom was like, I hope she just turned around and go back to Mexico. And she kept saying, I want to see Rashawn, I want to see Rashawn. And when we go in the house, Rashawn, like, standing up against the wall, his face in the wall, like, just shaking. And she asked him, like, what's wrong? And the boy, like, talking for Rashawn.
So you come out of the bathroom, and he's kind of trying to shove you out.
Yeah.
What transpires then that leads us to here?
Well, he was saying, get out. What lead us to here is because I didn't leave my grandson there with him. Because he was saying that he done punished my grandson from something that he done did from school, and you got him in the corner and all day and stuff like that or whatever, right? So I'm like... I didn't, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't mean, I say, listen to your stepdad because he here with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to cause no confusions because I done been a battered woman before. So I know what that is. So you try to, you know what I'm saying, eliminate anything that you can. You know what I'm saying?
And he doesn't say any abuse happens and then you come out of the bathroom and now he's saying that he got punched. But yet your sister's there.
No, Rashawn was telling me about this while we was with him.
So how did Rashawn end up in the car?
When they was getting into it, and like he had my auntie up against the house, like he was pulling on Jawan, like Jawan, stop, mind you, I was right there too, but I didn't really want to like physically get in, so I was trying to get him off of her too. So that's when I was like, it's just too much going on. So my auntie was like, Rashawn, go get in the car. So that's when he ran in the car and get in the car. Before then, she said that he couldn't, before he said that he couldn't go with him and he wasn't going, like we wasn't taking him. My auntie had got in the car, buckled up her seatbelt and all to leave, but my mama had to use the bathroom. That's when the next situation happened. Nothing was wrong at first. Like I said, him and my auntie share words when they was in there or nothing. He got hostile like when he seen my mama.
Yeah.
So you're not aware that he's been attending after school programs?
No. I'm
okay.
not.
Well, he has.
Okay.
And then, so as far as you picking him up today, as far as 2 o'clock in the afternoon, nobody's saying you showed up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You've been hanging out with him for 5 hours. Did your daughter know you were picking him up?
Yeah.
She did?
Well,
Okay. Why wouldn't she tell us that?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. That's crazy that she didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's real crazy.
From their statements, it was now quite clear that they had taken the kid without his parents' permission, which is essentially kidnapping.
Everything was fine.
Yep, everything was good. We was good. Everybody was good. We was good. Everything was good. It was no confrontations.
So how come when I talk to your daughter, she tells me that she hasn't spoken to you since Mother's Day?
I just talked to her today.
Well, I know you talked to her with the deputy there.
No, it was before that. I was telling her that I was coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to talk through there and see Ray Young. And she was okay with it.
Did y'all make arrangements? Like, did she say it's okay for you to pick him up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she taking sides with him then. Because she knew that if I wasn't supposed to pick him up, why was he with me then? She been staying with her grandmother. She just got back over there because he abusive.
Mm-hmm.
She just got back over there with him right before Mother's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was she home this afternoon?
No.
Okay.
She wouldn't even know.
Okay, so even when Rayshawn
I'm sorry?
walks out of the house...
Seemed like she messed up a little bit there. And she was like, she wasn't even... I mean, I guess maybe it was, I suppose, like, she wasn't even... What's the... Like, M dash... No. I maybe that's what she meant. Maybe that's what she meant. But, I don't know. Maya just had a little slip there, and she's like, she didn't even know.
During the altercation, she's not home.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
She wasn't there the whole time. She haven't been there. No, I haven't seen her.
Mm-hmm.
But I have talked to her. I haven't seen her, but I've talked to her.
So tell me about that.
So when I talked to Misa, I was like, Misa, I'm finna go pick up Rayshawn. Is it okay for me to go pick up Rayshawn? She said, yeah, Mama, because he been missing you and he been wanting to come to Evergreen. So go on by there and pick him up.
Well, that's a lot. That is specific. That is real specific.
Going back and forth or whatever, arguing and stuff like that. Then Jawan
Sounds like a phone call you could count on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ocean swung on Jawan and they went at it and him and Yolanda and all them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Yes.
What if I told you I don't believe you that's how it went down at the apartment?
I would tell you that's how it went down for sure.
just the way she said that was actually, I don't know, that was a nice little comedic break there. What if I told you I don't believe that's how it went? That's just it.
So,
Straight up.
With the witness and also talking to Jaquan, yeah. Based off of their statements,
They talked to
they're
Rayshawn
saying
about this
it
at
went
all?
down a little differently there at the apartment. Right now, you're looking at kidnapping and battery charges.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I f with you, man, what's going on? Then he was like, get the fuck out of my motherfucking house. I was like, I will, Jawan, but that ain't how you gonna handle me. You know what I'm saying? I said, me stay here, but that ain't how you gonna handle me. He was steady pushing me, and I was like, man, hold on. I said, you know what, Jawan, you got this. I'm gonna leave, bro.
From what the witness had said, that you guys, all of y'all were right there fighting together.
We were breaking it up. And my daughter didn't even do anything. She kept screaming, stop, stop, stop. I'm the one trying to break it up, me and the grandson.
Like, prove
I don't know if it's just me, but something about the way they describe their family tree is kind of like bouncing around. It seems kind of like sometimes. Sure, I'm keeping it though.
Like, they don't like the boy, he don't like them. It's just a not liking each other situation, bro. Like, it wasn't intentionally on purpose. Oh, we going up there to mess with them because she thought she was at home, but they told her that she was at work.
But you dropped off the kid already though. Like, it was over. You were in the car, and then she had to use the bathroom, right? And then you all had to use the bathroom suddenly. I mean, you might as well, right? You could just go to the next gas station, and it could have been fine. You just one person needs the bathroom, you leave, you go back to Pensacola. You had a bad idea or a bad feeling about going up there, and yet you still want to go further into the place that you had a bad feeling about going into in the first place. Like, to me, that's not adding up, right? But that's like probably how a cop would feel about it, and I don't be like that right now. So I don't know about you. If you feel the same way as me, let me know.
Yeah, she knew that.
Okay.
And then how she is, I'm gonna tell you now, no lie. That's just like I was staying with her before I moved to Evergreen. I was staying with her, right?
Right.
And
About 2 years ago?
Yep. I was staying with her, right? And she lied then and was saying like I wasn't even staying with her and like I was homeless and I was living from pillar to pole. This my daughter talking to me, talking
Pillar
about
to
me. You know
pole.
what I'm saying? But I just didn't have nowhere to live.
Yeah.
Not of my own, but my sister got a house. I got somewhere to live. You know what I'm saying? And I got a house in Evergreen. That's why I moved to Evergreen. You feel what I'm saying?
None of them were willing to accept their faults and continued to blame the parents for everything.
So you have no problem going to jail for kidnapping?
Kidnapping.
Yes, ma'am.
Kidnapping. First time?
Kidnapping.
How can I kidnap him when I have permission to get him from the beginning?
At this point in time, you didn't have permission.
From what she said.
From what we're being told.
No, what want me to say it?
Our understanding, you didn't have permission to have him at all.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's how kidnapping works.
Oh, okay.
Have you been drinking tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So you thought it was
Yeah, and
safe
she was the
to drive
driver,
in a
though.
car intoxicated with a child?
Great.
No, I wasn't drinking and driving with Rayshana.
Okay.
I wasn't intoxicated then. I started drinking after the fact. Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't drinking when I was with him. I drank after the fact that happened.
Okay, but when? Would that be like when she was waiting at the farmer's market that she started drinking while she's still behind the wheel of a vehicle at the farmer's market? I mean, you see, because it's just not, it don't make sense. I mean, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did Rayshawn look?
Dark, deep-eyed.
Drinking and driving just
my
not
sister was
something I
proud of
play
you.
with,
Saying,
really.
Granny, it's okay. My mama gonna be mad at me. This has been going on. They got into it before. He broke her foot. The boyfriend. You know, it's been going on.
Yeah.
But the more a parent keeps trying to tell them, don't do, and like we believe in just sticking back, being there for them, you know, work it out.
Yeah.
So it's been years of them both going through, hey, if you like it, I love it. But
Yeah.
a child is being abused, you know, and it's like it's wrong of us because it's been going on.
Yeah.
You know, but it's their responsibility, you know, to kick in and do if she wants, you know, because he is abused. He just looks sad, hungry. The house is dirty. I didn't look in the refrigerator. I didn't have to, but I just noticed her house too.
What did it look like when y'all were there?
Stuff all over the floor. And I remember my sister just said I was going to come get, she told her mom she was going to come get her for Mother's Day, but her house wasn't clean. And she's not that tight. You know, that's her life. You know, whatever they do. And I understand when you abuse, you can't think straight to clean up. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I seen like, it looked like the house is, and I think my sister said something about when she got there, he was still in the corner from school or something. I don't know. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm here for her. I'm here for my nephew if they ever call me. But I have 5 kids and one grandchild. I have enough going on. I don't want to be involved.
Okay.
Yeah. Involved. But I'm there for my nephew. And if DCL calls me, I'm going to tell the truth. And she can think I'm going against it then, but I'm not because I've been quiet long enough too.
Who answered the door?
He did.
Oh, okay.
Him and Rayshawn came up to the door at the same time. He opened the door. Rayshawn came up to the door after him. Hugged his granny. Listen, like I said, it wasn't nothing at first, but like I said, he probably just really don't like my mama, like from the situation that happened. But he should have just said, "I don't want you in my house, man."
Did you see?
Didn't he, though?
Rayshawn
Pretty sure he
earlier in the
did.
day?
Earlier that same today.
Pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
I didn't see Rayshawn. She came from Alabama. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Your auntie's saying all three of y'all plus Rayshawn had spent pretty much the entire afternoon together.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if she had went with Rayshawn like before.
No, she said you were there. You and your mama.
We was there then. Like
And then
then
y'all
we
went
was
to
in
the
Milton
park
for a little bit. Yeah, but it wasn't nothing like that.
So why would she say that you guys were all together earlier in the day?
That wasn't early in the day. We had love. Like been love. We came to Milton when she got back from Alabama. Like that morning. Not like hours before, like maybe like that morning, but not like right
So when
before.
she get into town?
Like at 1.
Okay. So, but as of right now, it's looking like kidnapping and battery charges is what it is. From the witnesses, the footage, and all of that we've got. Okay.
That's unbelievable. I don't have nothing to do with anything.
So I'm going to jail tonight.
More than likely.
For what?
Kidnapping, battery, and burglary. being in
Yeah,
the house
I guess,
when y'all
yeah.
were told to
Well,
leave.
intent to commit a felony, you know what I'm saying?
House.
Kidnapping.
What in the fuck? Oh, pay y'all $1,000 to let me go. I did not touch him. Like, I was the only f***ing peacemaker, bro.
She brought peace and Jamaica, and she was gonna go for it.
Something I did not do.
Very good
Well,
at
Ocean
coping.
was obviously not very happy about being called a kidnapper.
Why? Why is it not just them? I understand I was there, but I did not touch him.
Everyone's got a different story.
What is the stories? I don't get it.
Well, one story is they picked up Rayshawn earlier and all of y'all are together. Then there's another story that, nope, we were just stopping by the house. We didn't have Rayshawn earlier. What am I supposed to do? I can't get a single thing straight between three of y'all so far.
I'm telling you.
Who am I supposed to believe? Who's lying to me about what happened tonight?
Them, obviously.
Your mom and your auntie?
I'm just trying to help, but I see that I'm getting myself in a worse situation. Like, I didn't even have to walk him up there. Like, it didn't have nothing to do with me. I was just there, literally. I did not touch him. What if I kidnapping another? What am I walking to somebody else's house for? I don't even stay in Milton. We
You
wouldn't
did
have
it,
hang out
though.
there every
You said you
once in a
did it
while, my
earlier.
auntie.
And
Like,
you
I
can
don't
thank her
understand
for
why
all
I'm
of
not
this.
getting. Bruh, he is doing this because he don't like me, bruh. I did not touch him. I promise you I didn't.
He didn't pick and choose. He just said flat across the board he wants to pursue charges on what happened tonight. If he
That's
was
on
gonna
them.
pick and choose, I don't think he would be like, okay, yeah, I don't want to charge her, but I'll charge this one. But you're telling me a different story from your auntie, from your mama. So unless somebody's
Because I don't have no reason to lie. I don't feel like I'm in trouble, but I don't feel like I'm in trouble. I don't have no reason to lie to you.
But that's the thing. Wasn't she also the person that said, like, before on the phone with the officer, like, what are you going to do about Jawan? The person that put his hands on me. So she was clearly in a situation where she could have had that happen to her. At the very least, that she could have had her hands in proximity to him or his hands in proximity to her to be in an altercation, a physical one, at the very least. So her saying she didn't do it now, I mean, hey, listen. Understand why she wants to say it. We got the receipts. It just ain't working. Just no. And I know people like this, right? The way she's emoting as well, she's more likely to emote in your face, maybe get in your face, maybe even threaten you or throw them hands. She'll do it. She ready.
Why are you going out there to see Rayshawn if you already had him earlier in the day?
My auntie had him.
And y'all were all together.
I told you I wasn't with them when they went and got Rayshawn.
When everybody's telling me a different story, yeah, everybody falls under the
The
same
man told you I
charges.
put my hands on him. Oh.
That all three of y'all were fighting him.
I was breaking it up. Jawan slapped the shit out me way before then at my house. Did I?
Okay.
I don't have no like what?
At your house? You went to your house?
Stories tell me 4 different
What?
things.
What's different about them telling you they had him earlier in that day?
There's quite a bit of difference as far as how it transpired in the house, outside of the house, out by the car, nothing happened by the car. Plenty of differences.
I'm telling. If the man telling you seen the footage, then you know that I'm telling you what happened.
You can thank them for all of it then. If they don't want to sit here and tell me the truth, it's on them.
All three were charged with kidnapping and burglary with assault.
Man,
YouTube
she was
thinks you'll love the video on
19.
screen. Click to watch
Oh.
now.
Oh, God, that sucks, brother. Oh, brother, that's really bad for her. Really unfortunate, for real. Oh. What a day. What a night. Poor Mildred, Yolanda, and Ocean. All 3 of them getting themselves charges. You really hate to see it happen. You hate to see it happen. Well, if there's anything we could say about it, right? The whole idea, what they're really going off of there, the officers, like she was saying before, they got nobody to really pin it on. to figure out what's going on. But it doesn't matter at this point because you were all involved. The thing about the law, if you're around when a crime is happening, you're party to the person being there. If you're in there, you see it happening in front of you, you're already starting off in the position of being considered an accomplice there. You could say you're trying to break it up, but once you get yourself physically involved as well, you're now putting yourself into the position to have a physical charge added on to what you're doing. Once you start hitting Jawan to get him off of, I don't know, your mama, you've assaulted Jawan physically. You battered the boy. Now, whether he wants to actually pursue that is up to him. But the facts are what the facts are. That's why our narrator there previously said that essentially they had all the things for kidnapping earlier. Essentially was the key word. In the law, right? Essentially, down to the essentials of what this crime is, the aspects of the crime, the elements of it, we're all there already. There could be reason behind what you're doing. Could be miscommunication as well, but it doesn't stop the fact that you've done it by road of the law. Or by road of the law? I don't know. By the letter of the law, should I say. All that happens there from then on is that they ask Jawan if he wanted to press charges. He says, sure, pursue whatever you gotta pursue. It's up to the police now to investigate and figure out what sticks fully. Now, they can bring these charges. It's not the end of the world for you if they do bring these charges against you. Depending on what happened, a lawyer might be able to get you some of those things gone. Maybe some of the battery that's going on there, or the kidnapping might be go for a lesser, I don't know, plead for a minimum for any of those things. In our case, it looks like they didn't win. Dang it. The hiccup finally won. Darn it. Well, in their case, it didn't work out. Don't be a Mildred. Don't be an Ocean. Definitely don't be a Yolanda. And again, for the 19th time, do not be a Mildred. But this brings me back to the question I had at the beginning. Is the fact that their family going to change anything for you? For you guys out there in the chat, for you guys in the comments as well, would it change anything for you, the fact that she was the grandma, even though she's had these shortcomings, these issues you had with her previously? Would you, in any way, I know Jawan doesn't have any personal, blood connection to them, so it can probably be assumed that he would be more likely to press the charges, but would it change anything for you that she went out of her way to go there and see the child, that the child seemed to have a good time enough with them, at least according to their accounts of the day, and nothing happened to him physically or nothing like that? He got in trouble at school separately, you dealt with it, you disciplined him, all that good stuff. Does it change anything for you? Do you want her to still be considered family at this point? After all that she's done here, she's still considered family to you? To your loved ones? Do you want Rashawn to think about her as somebody he can call on at any point? Or want to see? How would you explain that to him? That's one of my major questions. How do you explain that to Rashawn after this is all done? He's 6 years old. He can understand things are happening, but he can't articulate that in a way that we would understand the nuance of having a crazy grandmother that's doing drugs and you don't want around your children at that time. How do you explain that to him? Would you get him therapy? Could you afford that? Do you want to? Do you think it's necessary in this situation? These are the questions I'm curious about, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. So, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed yourself, at least if you enjoyed seeing them get what came to them in that situation, let me know as well. Like the video, hype it up if you're on mobile, all that good stuff. And now, as always, for those of you that are just here for the reactions, I will let you go with our usual. Remember that you're beautiful, you're special, you're worthy of love. I look forward to seeing you here next time. Have a good evening, everybody. Don't be Mildred.